What's up guys, Boys Still Live Bricks back again with another video today. And in this video, we're going over Breakdown and Dead End as parts of Menasor. So, I know in my last video, I said the next combiner I was probably going to do was Bruticus, but I changed my mind because I just didn't really want to do Bruticus and I wanted to make more cars, like actual cars instead of like construction vehicles or anything. So yeah, here is Breakdown and Dead End, who I'm doing together because they have pretty much the same transformation. From vehicle to robot, that is. They have different transformations into their combined modes. So yeah, and in this series, I'm going to be showing off like combined parts and stuff. During transformations into their combined modes, so you can see how those all work out and stuff. And then in the last video for the series, we'll do the combination and all that jazz. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, I guess. So let's get right down to the vehicle modes, starting with Breakdown here. So as you can see, Breakdown is a white, black, and blue car with a little bit of gray splashed in there. And here. But yeah, there's not really much to him. He's got the angled panels on his doors, which don't open. For anyone wondering, I don't know why you would wonder, but they don't. Anyway, moving on. Sees he's got the windshield there. He's got the filled-in back of the car. He doesn't have a lot of kibble or anything. It's just like sticking at the sides or the bottom, other than that stud there, pretty much. Yeah, there's not that much to him. And then Dead End is pretty much the same, though the studs that hold his core together are kind of loose. But yeah, Dead End's pretty much the same, except a slight retool for this piece, and this part. But yeah, there's Dead End and Breakdown. Their vehicle modes out of the way. Let's get right into size comparisons. Here is Breakdown and Thundercracker. And here is Dead End with Mixmaster. So here he is with another one of my combiner parts. So he's Mixmaster being Devastator's foot, pretty much. And Dead End being Menosaur's arm. So you can see the scale is kind of off because it's a truck versus a car. It should be significantly smaller than this, but it isn't. I'm just gonna fix that a little bit there. But yeah, you can see the scale's not right, but hey, it is what it is. So, getting right into transformation, I'll only show the transformation for one of them, and then I'll do a cut so the other one's transformed as well, because their transformation is literally exactly the same. And then I'll show the individual transformations into their combined modes because they're different. But yeah, I guess we'll just do Breakdown. So for Breakdown, what you're going to start off with is you're just going to lift this part up, then just lift this part up, so like that, and you end up getting this weird armature at the top. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take these and rotate them. Sorry, that broke. But so if it breaks like this, come on camera, focus, please. This black stud is just going to connect to this black stud here. So once you have those folded out like that, you're just going to rotate it like so. Then what you're going to do is bring these forwards, then bring these down like so. And like just like that. So those are going to be his arms. And if you don't like having the slanted part in the front, you can always just leave it the other way. Right? But I mean, the slant kind of adds more bulk to his arms, which I like because it kind of follows the G1 style. But if you prefer, which I do, I kind of prefer my build style, which makes the arms look more thin and straight. You can leave them like that. So that's how I'm going to leave them. For you, it's really up to your own personal preference. So then what you're going to do is you're going to kind of angle the arms back for some clearance, and you're going to do is you're going to take the legs, kind of fold them forwards a bit and then out, and you're going to, on this hinge, just unfold them like so. You're just going to extend the leg and also create some stability here because he's going to need it from his back kibble. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just rotate this part down. And those can, I guess, act as knees in his robot mode, but then you're just going to straighten out his arms so you can see his bot mode is starting to take shape. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come to the back, kind of fold his arms out of the way again so you can get a grip on his waist, and just rotate all of this around. Then you're just going to bring this down and collapse it all against his back, like so. Then straighten out his arms. And there you have Breakdown in his robot mode. So now I'm going to cut the video, transform Dead End real quick, and we'll get right back into it. So now I have Dead End transformed up into his robot modes. You can see the robot modes side by side. So you can see that technically the backpack is facing the wrong way, but I think I can live with it because technically in the show it would have just like come like, it would have just kind of rotated down like that. But I couldn't figure out a means of doing that. I mean, like, technically you can, but it just doesn't look that great. So like so it would be like, stop breaking. So it would be like this in vehicle mode. I mean, I guess you could like bend it like that. But like from the front perspective, I don't really like how that looks at all. So I kind of just I did it in a way that makes it look good. So I guess I can say that it's my custom stylized G1 characters. But yeah, that's the first two components. So I guess we'll get back into some robot mode size comparisons now. So Dead End and Starscream, and Breakdown and Scrapper, so you can see how they fare with the robot modes of the other Constructicons. And I think the scale's pretty accurate for robot mode, to be honest, because mass shifting exists in the original cartoon, but mass shifting doesn't exist in real life, which is fun. So now on to combined mode transformations. So these are going to be different for Breakdown and Dead End. They're different because Breakdown is a leg and Dead End is an arm. So for Breakdown, what you're going to do is you're just going to take and condense these forwards like so. You don't actually have to take it off or anything. Actually, you're going to rotate it down, sorry. Condense it like that. Do the same here. Condense it down like that. Don't break this. Just kind of hold it here. Rotate this up. Rotate this armature around on this stud. Bring this down and kind of just leave this flipped forwards, and there is Breakdown in his combined mode. And you'll see why he doesn't really look like a leg, or a lower leg for that matter, in a second. Just kind of put him off to the side. And now we'll get into Dead End. And then what I'll do is I'll show the combined parts for Breakdown and Dead End in Dead End's transformation, because there's combined parts for Breakdown. So yeah, let's get right into that. So here's Dead End and his combined parts. We'll go over Breakdowns after this. But anyway, here is the shoulder unit, which will allow Dead End to connect to Murdermaster eventually. And here's the elbow. Here's the part that will allow him to bend at the elbow. So kind of dust off the review station a bit. And so now we'll get into transformation. So you're going to start by taking this part and just kind of rotating this like so. And then you're just gonna like rip him in half like that. And I'll go over combined hands on the last video because I don't really want to deal with hands right now because the hands are different pieces, so I'll just deal with those later. But you're gonna pretty much rip him in half like so, and then you're gonna take this part and rip this off. And I know it's pretty much all parts forming, but what you're then gonna do is you're gonna come to this part, rotate this piece like so, then rotate it up. Rotate this piece like so, then rotate it up. Then you're going to take this piece, and this will peg on right there, just like that. You're going to come to the lower section, and this piece, this middle peg, will peg into the middle stud of this jumper plate like that. So you end up getting something along the lines of this. You're then going to take the shoulder unit, and the shoulder unit will attach to dead end, just like this. Then you come to this part, and this is where things can get a bit weird. So what you're gonna do is pretty much rip this part in half, like so. This part is going to attach onto this open stud area, like so. And it's just going to sit flush like that. Then you're going to take this little hinge bit, kind of fold it so that it's like this, then just kind of put it right here. And in essence, you have dead end in his combine mode, just minus the combine hand. So yeah, there's dead end in his combine mode. So you can see I'm getting a lot more elaborate with combine modes now. In comparison to like Bone Crusher or Scavengers combine modes where they only had like an elbow. But I went the extra mile to get more articulation here for the mode, alt mode. So you can see he does get like a rotation right here, like a more than 90-degree bend there. Unfortunately, I had in order to add the elbow, I had to risk the ability for it to rotate at the lower bicep. So we can't like rotate here or anything. So you can see. But he does get like a butterfly joint on this ball joint here. You can get 180 degrees on that ball joint there. And then the reason this is a hinge brick is so that it can like hinge out to the side like so. So while he can't rotate at the lower elbow, he makes up for it in other articulation that Devastator does not have. So, yeah, that's that. Now, it's not, hey, you stay up. Stay up. I mean, it's an arm. Now to just, show you the massive combined part that goes with Breakdown. So, here's Breakdown in his combined part. Yeah, I decided to take a different approach to Menasor than I did with Devastator. And instead of having the combined legs be entirely formed pretty much from just the components with extra knee joints, I decided to go ahead and build entire legs for him. Because why the heck not? So, yeah. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to take Breakdown. And you're going to come to this leg. And honestly, Breakdown's transformation and attachment to this is pretty much the same as Wild Rider's. Though their transformations from vehicle to bot mode are different. So, what you're going to do is you're going to notice that there's a stud right there. This is, if I just kind of move these out of the way a bit, you're going to pick the fourth stud down. So that's right here. So just you can count like 3 of these middle studs. And that stud will peg into the fourth stud. Sorry, the knee's ball jointed, so it kind of likes to flop around a bit. So just going to peg into that fourth stud. just like this. And you'll see that when it's pegged in correctly, there's like minimal clearance between the head and the knee. So once you have that on, just take this piece and kind of fold it down against that knee pad. Or I guess it's not the knee pad. I guess now this part is the knee pad. But now you can see Menasor with breakdown, or not Menasor, Menasor's legs with breakdown attached to it. So yeah, that's that. So kind of set this part back a bit, raise the camera up a bit, and bring in dead end. You can see the scale between them. Yeah, it's a pretty big scale difference. But yeah. Hey, you get to stay up. Anyway, yeah, that's my reviews for Breakdown and Dead End from G1. They're my custom stylized versions, not to be concerned with the actual versions because they're slightly different than those. But yeah, that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like if you did, or a dislike if you didn't, actually, because both of those help the channel. And if it turns out that you really do like this video and all my other content, do make sure to leave a like, or not like us. Do be sure to subscribe, because that's even better than a likes. Subscribes, they really help small channels like me. Please, I beg. Please subscribe. Now, with my groveling and begging out of the way, yeah, there's nothing else more to say. So, this is Boys Who Love Bricks, signing off. Bye!